Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to my channel. This morning, I am going to share to you a brief information on how to write the conceptual framework of a thesis or dissertation. But before I will share to you this information, um, I would like to extend my gratitude or thanks to all my subscribers and those who watch and share my videos. Okay, let us start now. I will deal first what is a conceptual model. A conceptual model is a diagram or a drawing which is in skeleton form depicting the total picture of a particular study, or a diagram showing the relationship of the different variables of a particular study. And this is based on the concept of the researcher anchored on the different variables stipulated in the statement of the problem and of course in the review of related literature and studies. There are several models which the researcher can be used, which are available in most theses and dissertations or available in the internet. I will mention some of these models, but of course, you will explore more about this because when we are talking about research, we really go for research. We explore the global database of researches. So, uh, we have the input process output model. This is commonly used in descriptive method of research, particularly if you are using evaluation technique, or sometimes we call it as descriptive evaluative method of research. Then we have the independent and dependent variable model, commonly used in experimental research. You are tracing here. You are determining here the effect of one variable to another variable. Then we have the independent and dependent output model. This is commonly used also in experimental research and even in descriptive research. Another is a correlational model. The correlational model is used in correlational research design or method. And of course, we have also this theoretical model. If the researcher will adapt the model of a particular theory used in the theoretical framework, this is what we call as theoretical model. And there is also what we call the logical framework model. This is a model actually used in management, particularly in monitoring or in planning and monitoring projects. But this is now used in research and, of course, commonly used in various government agencies. If you notice, when there's a call for proposals, for instance, Department of Science and Technology, Commission on Higher Education, and even DepEd, they advise the researcher or proponent to include the logical framework, which will serve as the conceptual framework of this study. I remember I presented a research proposal in the university's in-house review in our university, the university which I am presently connected, and one of the panel of evaluators came from, I think, Picard or Picard, and that guy or that evaluator recommended me to use the logical framework model. This I subscribe the idea of using the logical framework model in research, and this is very much effective. You can say everything. You can say the goal, the purpose, the output, the activities, and there are several indicators, and it would be very easy for the evaluators to really find out the reality of the research. So, logical framework model. Then, of course, this is what we call, another is the operational model. This is now the model of the researcher, and which is actually based really on the concept of the researcher about the research, and this is anchored on the different variables stated in the statement of the problem or in the specific objectives, and of course the review of related literature and studies. All right. The conceptual framework, of course, this is the discussion of the model. By the way, the model is still incomplete. What I mean is there are no specific details about the different variables of the model, and it is in the conceptual framework where specifics or detailed discussions are presented. What the researcher may do is to really describe all the component parts of the model. If there is a unique feature of the model which is somehow a color, you need to describe the color. If there are variables which might be difficult for, which you think might be difficult for the research to the reader of the manuscript, hard to understand, you need to include in the discussions of the conceptual framework. In the format that we are using, uh, you cannot say subheading conceptual model. Instead, the subheading is conceptual framework. And the model is presented perhaps in a separate page, and I advise my students to present it in a separate page, and the caption is below the model, and you will not write the conceptual the word conceptual model as a side heading, as what I've said a while ago. Okay. I hope I was able to share to you uh, the well information on how to write the conceptual framework of a particular uh, study or thesis or dissertation. Thank you very much. God bless and keep safe, everyone.